on.
Where is Zach?
Way back there.
Where did Zach go? So,
where did he go? We want to know where did Zach go. I think they got stuck by another light.
Hey Tyler, I think I need an axe. How about you?
What?
An axe.
An axe
From
in
the
the
truck
footy.
stop.
Oh.
Sorry.
I think you need an axe.
Say you. I think I need an axe.
Oh my God.
Oh, are we burning axe or something?
I don't
Truck stop. Did a footy. At the truck stop. Oh, got it. You guys, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, we like to stop just to remind one another why we're doing this, okay? This is simple, right? We're not, we're not asking somebody for the, I think we're close enough here to talk about it.
Though it's kind of cool.
Yeah, but this way the people have good roads.
Spider on you.
So the reason we walk is to remind one another that we can make an impact with simple decisions. This is not about waiting for perfect solutions. This is about deciding that we are a group of people, an age group, a generation, that we're not going to wait till tomorrow, wait until we have good jobs and we're finally comfortable and we can say, okay, let's give back and make an impact. When we went to Africa, there's a lot of areas in the world. I mean, for that matter, we were just in New Orleans. Areas of the world where, there's people that are suffering, people that need help, people that need goods, shoes, food, water, anything. But what we found Africa was a specific calling for us. And I think it's a calling for our generation. Is what's going on with AIDS specifically is so out of control. It's taking kids that are, born with the disease, parents that are trying to get jobs and could be sustainable economy to grow and keep things afloat. It's taking grandparents and turning them back into parents because their kids are dying and they're raising their grandchildren. And we have to ask ourselves, especially at this time in our life, what are we going to do? What are we going to represent? What are our kids going to ask us? And history will write about the things that are, happening in the world and say what the result was. It's either going to be, it's amazing that we galvanized a group of people to change the world, to change our own generation, to save our own life. Or it's going to be the history books that reads the horrific AIDS pandemic that was never faced. And the question is, once we decide to look at the things we do, not just as an opportunity to succeed or an opportunity to buy stuff that we like, and look at the way that we can change the world through those actions, that's when the decision is important. We are unique as an age group where we really can, we get on Wikipedia, we get on Google, we get on MySpace and Facebook every day and waste time. Not necessarily waste time, but we do things that are just for our entertainment, which is fine. But imagine the idea that the same technology that allows you to do that allows you to take a small company or a small idea, take a thing that you buy, take an action that you take every day, and decide to make an impact on somebody else. This is not semantics. It's not, us singing Kumbaya and feeling good about ourselves. It's us deciding to be the generation of action. Awareness is something that has happened on a lot of causes and it has to happen. We're doing awareness by deciding to walk. But more importantly, if you took every building out of this space and we were just walking alone through the middle of the desert, we would have every one of us individuals that decided today that we were the generation of action, and that's what matters. Not what other people see, not what other people think, but what you do. And we need to embrace the fact that we can make an impact by doing simple things today. We talked about Tom's Shoes. Tom's Shoes is such a great example, and we partnered with them because we wanted to be able to show this tangible idea, the fact that we can start simple. Every time you buy a pair of Tom's, they donate a pair. Now, that's not easy for a company like Tom's. They're a small company, they're getting started, but they said, we're going to make this part of our business. We're just going to make it part of what we do. And so through this whole tour, this is our 27th mile that we've walked. And the idea is to say, we just walked, but we started talking. We started a conversation. We started the idea of people deciding to buy a pair. And one at a time, we're going to reach the goal of 50,000 pairs of shoes and go deliver them one by one. And that's what we need to be reminded by, that it's tangible, it's real, and there's other things. Who's the next idea? Who has the next best version of Tom's? Who has the next thing that is going to allow us to wake up one day, make a simple decision, and make an impact on somebody else? So I want to thank you guys so much for joining us this far, and I'm inspired by you joining us regardless of anything else that happens after this. But this is the beginning of our walk. And do we have everybody with us? There we go. So look, that's the whole group coming. We are all fast walkers.
Well, the dogs are in the back.
Also, recently, guys, people like Bono, people like Nelson Mandela have made really, really specific points in an effort to speak with us. And they said, you know what? Sometimes it comes upon a generation to be great. I think they're right. And when I look around, I see greatness. I see the opportunity that we all have to change the way that the face of the world looks, because we have the opportunity to save millions of kids, 14 million orphans in Africa, 25 million in the next 3 years, that we have the opportunity to change those people's lives and in effect change the world. So we hope that you guys will be encouraged by this, not feel overwhelmed, but feel like there are things that you can do every single day and make a difference. So, and you guys have already made a difference by walking.
Our last group is here. Woo! Our walkers are here! Woo! Another thing that's really important about this, and we're going to keep walking, is we started this because we were inspired by, not only by Tom's, but by other friends of ours that had a technology, and they decided to give it away. We're from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're not that far from here. We're the same, we represent the heartland of America, the average person in America. And one of the things that we feel like is important is that we specifically, the people that are average in this country, that are the mass that can move behind ideas and behind messages and make the world change. When the heartland of America moves, the world changes. Okay, we as a group are the silent giant. When we can stand up together and do something and decide that we're going to do something, no one can stop us. Okay, and there is no group more powerful than this group, than the group in the heartland of America, the average American that decides we're going to use our skills, our ideas, our actions to make an impact and reach the other side of the world. And by reaching to the other side of the world to look at the world's worst problems, we then turn around and look at what we can do in our own communities. And that is world changing. That is the beginning of a difference. And we have a calling, especially with what's going on with AIDS, from the heartland of America to say this is our call. This is our call to action. We're not going to stand by and be told that we don't really think about the world, or we're just isolated in our own comfort. No, we care. We can use what we have to do. And when we move, the world changes. And that's what you're doing right now. We're not standing by or sitting on our butts. We're standing up on bare feet, walking a mile together. And I want to thank you guys for coming this far. So let's finish our mile. What do you think? I want you guys to say, I took the walk.
I took the walk.
All right, let's finish this mile. Here we go.